Deck brought something to my attention a few minutes ago that I wanted to address. I wanted to talk about it because, we started this show as a baseball show. And we have always leaned heavily on the baseball, despite the fact that it is now a year-round show, and we do talk about a little bit of anything and everything. It is rare, however, that unless that we spend a full segment talking about a guy, unless the guy does something remarkable. We spent a couple of segments last year talking about Shohei Ohtani, but Shohei Ohtani had a legitimately legendary year last year. Tarik Skubal is that guy here, Deck, because you gave me a statistic a minute ago that I knew Skubal's having a good year. I know the K rate is exceptionally high, but give me that number that you provided to Double D and I during the last break.
Tarik Skubal, in his last 6 starts, 50 strikeouts. Pretty damn good in 6 starts, if you ask me. Just what, eight a game? That's not bad, roughly. Well, how many walks do you think he's had in that time, in the 50K range?
I would say with 50 Ks, you would say something like, and I happen to know the answer, but I would reasonably say something like 12 to 15 we would consider pretty solid, right?
Yeah, I mean, 5 to 1 is not bad when it comes to the K rate at 5 strikeouts to 1 walk. It's not terrible, especially for a guy that gets a lot of whiffs, which, by the way, he also has the most whiffs in Major League Baseball so far this year with 32, which is right up there when Lance Lynn was with the White Sox with 33 when he was absolutely dominant. I want to just point out that he has one walk, a walk in those 6 games. 50 strikeouts, a walk, one of them. And right now, he is your odds-on favorite for the Cy Young Award winner in the American League. And that's astonishing to me. He's currently on the BetMGM app right now, plus 150 to win this award. It is May 10th, and he is plus 150 to win the award. Why is this super duper interesting to me? Have you seen what Max Fried has been doing as a Yankee? Have you seen the numbers that he's put up after his first start?
You mean that ERA that is a hair over 1 right now? Yeah.
The guy gave up 1 run in his last outing in 7 innings. Gave up 1 earned run. It was a solo shot home run. His ERA went up barely. Like, he gave up a run in 7 innings. His ERA went from 1.01 to 1.05. What a crap outing for Max Fried, huh? That guy with the 1 ERA, he's plus 400 to win the Cy Young. That's how good Tarik Skubal has been so far. Good Lord, dude. Good Lord.
First off, regarding Max Fried, as an Atlanta Braves fan, I would like to say, damn it! Why? But that's another conversation for another time. I went and looked just because I was curious. If you would like to take this back, Cody Decker, all the way through the season, back to Tarik Skubal's first start, which was March 27th against the LA Dodgers. On the season, this man has 60 strikeouts to 5 walks and has surrendered a total of 4 home runs and 11 earned runs through 8 results. I'm not a big baseball guy, but that's pretty good. That seems like pretty good numbers.
Guys, 11 earned runs this season. And
11.
Get ready for this. 7 of them were in his first 2 starts.
Yep.
That means from April 2nd on, this man has given up a staggeringly low 4 runs. 4 runs since April 2nd. That's not kind of domination. That's absurd.
Look, he's Cy Young front runner. Is this MVP performance? Is this most valuable player performance?
You know what? I would say yes if he was wearing a different uniform, maybe. I don't think we're going to see another pitcher win an MVP anytime soon. The last two, of course, we had Kershaw get it 1 year, and we had Verlander get it 1 year. And I'll freely admit, I freely don't think either should have won it. I don't think for a pitcher to win the MVP, I think it needs to be so devastating. Like, you need to have an under 1 ERA. That's why I also don't agree that those two should have won the MVP when they won the MVP. Firmly don't think they should have won it. I don't think it should ever go to a player that plays once every 5 days. I just don't think that's valuable enough to a team, period, stop. We're talking 20 to 30 game clips of them showing up. That is not most valuable to me. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, honestly, that's fair. That was a legitimate question. I actually kind of feel the same way. I mean, I think you could make the argument if you add some context to like where those wins came, and did a guy like pitch you into the playoffs, pitch you through a playoff series, pitch you through a World Series, like maybe you can make an argument. I actually agree with you on that, but I got to tell you, man, like if this cat finishes this season with an ERA that is hovering around 2. He is 4-2. He does have 2 losses. One of them came against Kansas City in a game where he gave up 7 hits, 2 earned runs, K'd 4, walked 1. The other loss came against Seattle back on April 2nd, went 5.2, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 8 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 1 home run. One of the home runs he gave up that this year came against Seattle in that L. But I mean, I think if the guy finishes with an ERA that is hovering 2, I think the guy, if the guy finishes with a WHIP that is, he is right now 3rd in MLB, and honestly, he's like 2/100ths of a point off from being 1st. And if the guy ends the season with a K to walk ratio of like 8-1, 9-1, Deck, I'm not saying he wins it, but I think we got to consider him in the conversation at the very least.
No question. No question he should be considered, but I still have that issue. I've never been quiet about that issue. Hell, even going into last year, I didn't even think a DH should ever win the MVP until, Shohei Ohtani showed up.
I mean, last year was such a weird thing. Like I've never been less ashamed of being wrong in my life than we were about that last year when we both hammered do not bet on Shohei Ohtani to do this thing, and then he did that thing. Yep. Just to put this into consideration, by the way, your strikeout leaders right now in Major League Baseball, Deck, I got to tell you, like, I pay attention, I'm following it. Had you told me that Mackenzie Gore was your strikeout leader in Major League Baseball right now, I'd have been like, bro, I think your internet's broken. Mackenzie Gore is your strikeout leader in baseball right now with 68. Zach Wheeler with 66. Both of them lead Hunter Green 61 and Tarik Skubal's 60. Yeah.
Skubal's going to win that, by the way. Also, another interesting thing is how all the closers, dare I say, best closers in Major League Baseball, seemingly forgot how to close. What the hell is going on with Emmanuel Clase? What the hell is going on with Devin Williams?
I'm so glad you brought that up. Now, it's probably a bit more emotionally sentimental to me right now because as a Braves fan, we can't find a freaking closer to save our asses right now. So it's probably standing out to me a little bit more than it would be in most years. But, like, how many dominant closers are there in Major League Baseball right now? 3?
If that. Oh, yeah. Well, take that back. Probably 4. 3 of them are on the Dodgers.
There it is. That hurts my feelings a little bit, but also is 100% correct.
Mm-hmm. It's just the way it is.
Robert, let's see. There are right now, Deck, and again, obviously, closing pitchers a little different than starters. There are across all of baseball. There are 5 starters who have double-digit saves right now. Mason Miller's with the A's has 10. Carlos Estevez with the Royals has 11. Kyle Finnegan with the Nats has 12. Munoz with the Mariners has 13. And Robert Suarez with the Padres has 15. Nobody else has more than 9 saves right now. Josh Hader has 9. Tanner Scott, Emilio Pagan, Jeff Hoffman all have 9, and that's it. I mean, I'm not saying anybody needs to have a dozen, but the fact that we are 40-plus games in and you are looking at 4 pitchers that have made it to double digits is kind of interesting to me.
No, I agree. I think it is interesting, but what are your Braves going to do? Like, I mean, I know we were talking earlier with Keith Law. I really enjoy. You need some bats and another arm, but what are you guys going to do? You're almost back to 500, but then you drop a game to the Pirates. You should never be losing to the Pirates. Period. Stop.
I said about 2 weeks ago on this very radio program that I'm not investing in the Braves. The only thing that is worse to me as a fan, Decker, than being mad about your team is being apathetic about your team. And I'm apathetic about this team right now. I have no optimism. Please stop telling me that when Ronald Acuna Jr. comes back after his second ACL surgery that we're going to be fine. I have news for Braves fans. Right now, Eli White has better numbers from the leadoff spot than Ronald Acuna Jr.'s had the last couple of years when he's batted leadoff. So stop telling me that Ronnie's gonna fix it. That's not it. I know Spencer Strider's on his way back. Strider came back, had one game, popped a hit. This is dumb, Decker. And before I say this sentence to you, I acknowledge that you are going to roast me, and I deserve it. And I still feel how I feel. The minute that I got the notification that Spencer Strider pulled a hamstring playing catch, I can go outside right now and play catch for 9 hours and be okay. And I'm a fat, out of shape 40-year-old. Spencer Strider popped a hamstring playing catch. That was the minute that I went, there is no point in investing in this team because the baseball gods have decided to defecate upon us in 2025. And I know that now.
He's coming back in the month of May. Stop it. Was it ideal? No, but he's going to be back in the month of May. That's not a bad thing. And you got Schwallenbach, who you could agree is a bit of a dude. And you're going to get back Acuna Jr. And you're going to get Acuna Jr. back. Like, it's not all death, fire, and brimstone over there, dude. You went 0-8 to start the year.
Cody, Alex Verdugo is starting for us right now.
I'll admit that's a problem. I admit that's not ideal. Guy's allergic to his own damn tattoos. It's embarrassing. I don't know what to say about that. But your team is 2 games under 500, and you started the year 0-8.
We are 2 games below 500, started the year 0-8. And I would argue started the year 0-8 against the 2 of the best, definitely the best, and probably the second or third best team in the National League, and all of those games away. I was willing to say, you know what, it happens. Like, that's life. You got to go on a West Coast swing. You're open to the season. You don't get a chance to find your rhythm and get comfortable, whatever. That's all well and good. I'm good with that. You could have swept the Rockies and got to 500. You dropped one there. You drop one to the Reds. Yeah, you won 3 out of 4. That's great. Then you go on the road with a chance to get to 500. You lose to the Pirates, despite the fact that you had 9 Ks from your starting pitcher in that game. We can't hit the ball. The only team we have double-digit hits against this year is the Colorado Rockies. We can't hit the baseball, Deck, and I'm a dumb person, but I'm relatively sure if you can't hit the baseball, you can't win at baseball.
Seems like a problem.
Alex Verdugo is starting.
Yeah, it's not the best.
Parlay v. Parlay next. Rob Cody, bet for the cycle, the BetMGM network. Why am I mad? Why did I make myself mad again?